Today I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of Saint Magdalene of Nagasaki. Saint Magdalene is also known as the patron saint of translators and young catechists. She was born around the year 1611 in the city of Nagasaki, Japan, a place where Christianity had started to grow because of the efforts of the missionaries. But Nagasaki was also a dangerous place for the believers because Christianity was banned. Despite all the fear, her parents had her baptized as a Catholic, and she grew up a devout Christian. However, her parents were arrested when she was young, and they were martyred by being burned alive. Her parents' death deepened her commitment, and later she desired to serve God in a religious way. Then she was orphaned by her father's relatives. When she was young, she decided to join the Augustinian missionaries. There, she served as a tertiary member, where she dedicated her life to prayer and service. She also became a translator for the missionaries to assist them in reaching out to local Japanese people. However, the Japanese rulers intensified their persecution of the Christians to eradicate Christianity. They ransacked every town and executed every Christian who refused to renounce their faith. Despite all the risks, Magdalene carried out secret acts of charity and helped the missionaries minister sacraments to Japanese Christians. Unfortunately, Father Francisco and Father Vicente, the two Augustinian priests whom she was serving, were arrested by the army. They were then brought to the town square and were burned alive. Instead of hiding, Magdalene became strong in her commitment and did not want to abandon her faith. She then voluntarily turned herself over to the authorities, fully aware that she would be martyred for being a Christian. Although many told her not to do so, she preferred to die rather than give up her faith in God. She was arrested and subjected to brutal interrogations, but she never denied her faith in Christ. In 1634, Magdalene suffered a horrifying torture. It was said that she was hung upside down over a pit, a method of suffering designed to cause excruciating pain and slow death. For 13 days she endured this torment. She prayed to God and offered every pain she endured for the forgiveness of sins and for humanity. People who witnessed her execution begged the army to stop her suffering, but they never listened. On October 15, 1634, after days of suffering, her body finally gave up. Magdalene surrendered her soul to Jesus Christ, making her a martyr. After she died, her body was burned, and later her ashes were thrown into the Nagasaki Bay. Then, her story became an inspiration to all Japanese Christians, especially in times when our faith is tested. Years later, she was canonized by Pope John Paul II, along with other Asian martyrs, and today she is venerated as the patron saint of translators and young catechists. Her feast day is celebrated every 28th of September. If you like stories like this, support us, follow, like, and subscribe.